Hello and welcome! My name is Ella Mitchell and I'll be your host for this episode of the Lowdown. We have quite the awesome episode for you guys today. My members had the chance to make their own packages based on the things they love.
Flock of Moons is a self-proclaimed space grunge band from the Akron area, and I've been really enjoying their latest album. Released in October, the album is titled Eminon. It's just 10 tracks and comes in at about 45 minutes, so it's a quick and easy listen. The first track in the album, Backbone, is a good lead-in to give you a vibe for how a lot of the album is going to feel moving forward. It's exactly the type of heavy rock riffs and beats you'd expect from a band that refers to themselves as, at least in part, grunge. However, that's not all that's on Eminon. There's a pretty even mix of different styles on this album that can even stray a little bit outside of those rock boundaries. For instance, the track Visiting briefly takes the song from a rock song straight into a funk track. It's a shame the funk part didn't last longer. Personally, I think it'd be interesting to see what a band like Flock of Moons could do with a full funk track, a la Pigeons playing ping pong or something. The album isn't without its slower, grungier moments though. The song Man Asunder is Eminon's longest track at just under 6 minutes long and feels like it's half guitar solo. I find no problem with this. Guitar solos are sick. Look to the Sky is another track that slows things down for a moment, though this one falls in easier with the other rock track it's surrounded with, and in my opinion contains some of the more fun guitar work in the album in this solo. Off of the whole album, my favorite track would have to be Vestments of the Devil. It's got a catchy main riff that catches your attention pretty quickly, and then continues on with clear vocals and a genuinely compelling indie rock song. In fact, I found that I wound up enjoying the second half of the album more than I did the first half. I just feel like there was more being done differently across the last 5 tracks that made the song stand out in my mind more than anything. In general, I enjoyed my time with Flock of Moons' first album, and I made sure to toss them a follow on Spotify. You can also buy their album for digital download on Bandcamp, and they let you set your own price, which is always something I've really respected when indie bands do. I bought my copy for $10. If I had to rate Flock of Moons' Eminon, I'd give it a solid 8. It has a few tracks that I'm going to be adding to my own personal playlist for sure, but I wouldn't also go so far as to call it, in the words of Sum 41, all killer, no filler. If you're looking for a local Akron band to scratch your grunge itch, I would certainly be giving Flock of Moons my personal recommendation.
That segment rocked. You guys should totally check out Flock of Moons if that review caught your interest. We're gonna head to a quick break, but we'll be back pretty soon.
This episode's gonna be a good one. It's comedy. I know a lot of people are gonna like that, but don't get used to it. Don't get used to it.
Well... Welcome back, everyone. The dynamic duo of Adam and Caden went to check out Akron's very own indie theater. You'll want to grab your popcorn for this.
I'm Jen Kidd. I'm the executive director The Nightlight, it's a nonprofit movie theater with 42 seats, so it's small, but it's really cozy. And I always say we watch like the movies that win awards before they're nominated. Or if you watch the Oscars and you're like, what the heck's that? We show it before it's nominated. And I've always loved specifically this area in Akron, like the Arts District, and I've always loved the Nightlight. I love film. And I think it's just a magical unicorn of a place in Akron. And it's, full bar concessions, and it's just like a cozy place to go watch movies. It's like a hidden spot in downtown Akron where you don't kind of feel like you're in Akron too. It's like a very, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it feels like you get the theater experience while also feeling like you're watching a movie with, 40 of your friends.
Yeah, just a cozy spot just to check out the foreign and independent films that come in. And not a lot of places can show that, so it's like just a nice spot to catch that.
We have close relationships with distributors, but like I believe in quality and not quantity, and it's also because we're a nonprofit, I don't have to be like, oh, we have to have 10 sold out shows and make our, quota by whatever. Like, I'm like, I don't care if 5 people come to this movie, I want to show it. Like, it's a really important movie and people should see it. And I stand by that. But we have been selling everything out, which has been an amazing problem to have. I think there is something to like, I don't know, I have 1,000 movies I can watch anytime, but we put a lot of thought into the curation of films, like a lot of conversations. And there's something different about being in a community and being in a space that feels safe with other people, and sort of this synergy. And we just do different here. Like, it's just not, I'm not fazed. So like, even if something's streaming, I'll still show it. I don't care. And people will come because it's just a different,
It's different.
it's just different,
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I look to what we're showing, actually, like, even if I can't be here for all the things we're showing and see every film that we get through here, it's always like, okay, I know I need to see that at home. Like, if I can't see it here, especially if it's something we're only showing for a few days, like, I know that I'm like, okay, it's going to be something really good because we're showing it at the Nightlight. And it's also experiencing it with people. So it's a social activity. And I feel like, especially after the pandemic, we're all kind of craving being around people in, like Jen said, a safe space. So I feel like it's, that's where we kind of shine.
We have student tickets are $8. You get student discount with every ticket. So tickets are normally 10, but student discounts are 8. A bunch of things we're showing right now are from Cannes from this year. With the Oscars, like, we know in advance kind of what, like, oh, like, this is probably going to be Oscar nominated, this and that. But the other thing is we have really high standards. Like, I just won't show a crappy movie. That's not true. I will, but there have to be very specific reasons why. And with the second screen, I hope that there's a few things we need to do still, but I'm hoping that we can start construction the weekend of our 10th anniversary at the end of June. But we're celebrating it June 29th and 30th, just so you know. Yeah, so hopefully it feels, it's interesting in a time where like other theaters are closing. Like, I don't want any theaters to close. I don't care if they're chains, I don't care what. Like, I just think there should be theaters that don't close. But we're growing at a time where other theaters are closing. And it kind of feels like this magical little thing. It feels like the little theater that could, because it started as a film festival at the University of Akron. Like, it started with University of Akron students and grew into this thing, and now it's still growing. And I feel very lucky that we're here and that people support us. I don't know, we're kind of doing a lot right now. Like, our community partnerships, like, we're partnering with the museum. We work with APS. Like, these are things that I think matter, but really bringing in like bigger speakers and doing offsite events, which I may have a few lined up hopefully. But really being able to do like bigger, like something I want to do is conversations between like a very famous filmmaker and say musician. I don't know, just like conversations, but we're like everything that I had hoped we would be able to do but couldn't imagine we're doing. So I feel like if we dream it, we can do it, not just sound corny.
I feel like it's just expanding on things that we're already doing in a way that's a little easier for us, I think, moving forward. like Jen was saying, with expanding into the second screen, being able to take our focus from fundraising for the second screen into taking, being able to be a sustainable nonprofit organization through having 2 screens, and be able to put our focus on doing some fundraising and grant writing specifically for community partnerships and education. Putting more effort into programming outside of just the films that we're doing here in-house, and be able to do more for the community and other organizations in the community, I think is just, we're already doing that, but being able to do that even more and more sustainable.
And not running ourselves.
Yeah,
Right.
we're a very
As
small
people.
team, so I think being able to, as we expand, looking at like the next layer of expansion after this expansion. But
And what does it look like to Steven works on some productions in Cleveland. There's like a ton of films that get made in Cleveland. Like, what does that look like for us to do more events around that? Like, just thinking about like that, what that looks like. And we are hoping with the second screen to have Zoom capabilities built in, so we can do like Q&As with filmmakers all over the world, no matter where they're at after the film. So that's going to open up a lot of doors.
That interview was really cool. Get it? Like a film reel? Whatever, I'm no comedy master. But our next segment features Oliver Hazard, a local folk band. Please enjoy these next few songs from them.
So this next song's arguably one of the most important songs of the year. At some point, I'm not sure when, but it seemed to be around like March of last year, a lot of like house remodel influencers decided to start using it on their Instagram reels. And so every single kitchen remodel and wall painting video was soundtracked by this song. And so I was just assuming that this whole tour would be like carpenters and plumbers and like lay people. So this goes out to all of the skills people out there. Thanks for remodeling your kitchen and playing this song. It's called Henry and Pearl. It's named after our next door neighbors. They owned a Chinese restaurant and their names were Henry and Pearl. You guys hear bass out there? My apologies. We're good. We're just hearing things. Da 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 inside me. Thank you.
I'd hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we're gonna go to another quick break. Afterwards, we'll have our final 2 segments for the episode, so don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm your host, Smokey Cole Bear. Filling in for Smokey, because after 75 years of...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Turns out there's much more to say. Nearly 90% of wildfires are caused by us humans being careless, dumping our used barbecue coals willy-nilly. I guess Billy was wrong. We did start the fire. That's why I respect Mother Nature and her trees, whether coniferous or new car scented. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Welcome back, everyone. Hayden had the chance to interview with Don Drum and learn more about his creative process. Please enjoy.
My name is Hayden. I'm from the ZTV Lowdown here at the University of Akron, and today I'm joined here with Don Drum from Don Drum Studios.
I own Don Drum Studios, but I'm 88 years old, and my daughter and son-in-law are now running the main gallery in the workshop, but I have this little place across the street, which you're in right now, which is my workshop. And I do a lot of my pewter work here and the casting, and I fabricate a lot of the castings or put the pieces together, which I'm going to demonstrate at this time. We use a little oxo-acetylene torch. It's a miniature torch. I bring the yellow flame down to the blue where it's hottest, and then I'm going to, my roll of solders down here, I'm going to tack this little ladder shape together first. I'm just going to check to see how I want to put this together. I'm going to have a fireman climbing on the ladder. Once I get the ladder positioned about right, I'm going to have another person at the bottom of the ladder. Okay, I've had the first joint. I think it's pretty well soldered. Let it cool a little bit. Then I'm going to put a support ladder under it.
Don Drum is known for his skill in metalwork, evident in his captivating sculptures and functional art pieces. Made from materials such as bronze, aluminum, and stainless steel, Drum transformed these metals into memorizing forms that appear in public places, galleries, and private collections. Born in Akron, Ohio in 1935, Drum has made a lasting impression on the city's artistic scene, with his works that can be found in the area throughout, including Don Drum Studios and Gallery in the Northside District. What sets him apart is his ability to merge art with everyday life, creating functional pieces that are both visually appealing and practical, such as his table work, candle holders, and sculpture clocks. Public installments include the Akron Art Museum, where his stainless steel tree stands tall, and at the Akron Canton Airport, where his work welcomes travelers. Drum's legacy extends far beyond his art, and he has inspired countless of artists, fostering creativity and innovation with the Akron community and beyond.
Wow, I can really feel the creative energy just surging through me right now. To continue with this artsy streak, we're going to check in with Emily and learn all about watercolor techniques.
Hi, this is Emily from the Lowdown, and today I'm going to teach you different watercolor blending techniques. The first one is called glazing, where we just take one of the two paints we wish to use and lay it down on a wet surface. This is where the term wet on wet comes from. While we wait for the glaze to dry, we will move on to the wet on wet paint. We first wet the area on the page again, and then we take these two colors from the palette and mix them on the page. The last way of mixing watercolor paint is called blending. It's where we mix the two colors together on the palette and then apply them onto the paper again with a wet surface. At this time, if the first layer of the glaze is dry, we'll apply down another layer using the color yellow. And we will repeat this until we get the desired shade and color that we wish to use. Those are 3 different ways that you can blend watercolor paint. There are 2 more ways that you can manipulate pigment. The first one is by using saran wrap as it dries, so that it will pull the pigment into certain places, making some more colored than others, and it will leave behind a design depending on how wrinkled the saran wrap was when you laid it down. Another way that you can manipulate the paint is by using salt. It pulls in all the color and it makes a unique design. There are 3 different ways that you can save white. One is by using crayon. White crayon. It's the waxy surface that the paint and water will try to avoid. So when you're done painting, it will leave behind whatever design you drew. The second way we can save whites is by just simply not applying water to where we don't want color. Paint we use will pull towards the water, leaving behind a white space. The third and final way to save whites is by using something called frisket. This is something you apply to the page before you paint, before you make your wet on wet surface. So that way when you paint, you can paint over top of it and peel it away when you're done.
Great job, Emily. You and the team did an amazing job on your packages, and I'm super proud of you all. If you guys want to see more from the Lowdown, you should totally check us out on social media at ztv_the_lowdown. If you want to see more from the local things we featured in this episode, be sure to check out our bio for their social medias. Last of our promotions, but if you liked bands such as Flock of Moons or Oliver Hazard, you should totally tune into Late Night Local Talent on Monday nights from 10 to 11 p.m. on 88.1 WZIP. That's all for this episode. My name was Ella Mitchell, and that was The Lowdown. Peace.
This program was produced by ZTV at the University of Akron. Do you want to gain experience in video production, professional social media, or working with real clients? Visit the UA School of Communications online or follow us on social media to learn more. ZTV, make media, make a difference.